It was on the 28th of July, 1914, that something unfortunate happened, starting a series of events that would go on to affect the entire world for the next 4 years and change history forever. It resulted in the collapse of empires, the redrawing of borders, economic devastation, and the seeds for future conflicts, with the deaths of a whopping 8.5 million military personnel and 6.8 million civilians across the globe. Yes, we're talking about World War I, and in this video, we'll dive into this quirky historical mishmash of events. And the story gets crazier bit by bit as we dive into it. It's June 28, 1914, when a young student, barely out of his teenage years, decides to play a deadly game of assassinate the prince. This assassination set off a chain of events that led to the cataclysmic World War I, the mother of all wars. So back in 1914, Europe was like a bizarre patchwork of monarchies, and the only ones who knew anything about democracy were France, Switzerland, and the little-known party animal San Marino. Talk about an exclusive club. Tracing back to the origin of the war to 1878, when the Treaty of Berlin granted temporary administration of Bosnia-Herzegovina to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, although it officially remained a part of the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, it was like a weird custody arrangement gone wrong. The situation escalated in 1908 when Austria-Hungary formally annexed Bosnia-Herzegovina to prevent Serbian incorporation, solidify Balkan influence, and suppress nationalist movement among the Slavic population, igniting unrest among the Bosnian people who yearned for independence. Serbia, with its geographical and ethnic ties to Bosnia, also opposed the annexation. And there's more. Austria-Hungary had initially informed Russia about its intentions to annex Bosnia, and Russia had agreed to remain neutral in exchange for territorial concessions from Austria-Hungary. Specifically, Russia sought control of the region surrounding the Black Sea and the Sea of Marmara, which encompassed Istanbul, then under Ottoman rule. However, when a significant portion of the Slavic population in Russia expressed outrage over Austria-Hungary's invasion of Bosnia, Russia reversed its stance and began supporting Serbia instead, in what will go on to become one of history's greatest betrayals. This shift in allegiance set the stage for the eventual conflict. In 1909, fearing potential interference from Russia in their dealings with Serbia, Austria-Hungary sought support from Germany. Following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie in Sarajevo, Bosnia, the Archduke was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. By Bosnian revolutionaries, the young Bosnia movement emerged, aiming to create an independent, united South Slavic nation called Yugoslavia. The assassin, Gavrilo Princip, was arrested and sentenced to 20 years in prison. The wrath of the Austro-Hungarian emperor over the assassination resulted in a declaration of war against Serbia. Russia sided with Serbia, and Germany allied with Austria-Hungary, leading to a cascade of alliances and entanglements. Italy, which had previously aligned with Austria-Hungary and Germany, backed out, arguing that they weren't bound to support an attack on Serbia. Thus, the Great War, better known as World War I, erupted, with nations pitted against each other in a deadly struggle for supremacy. The Triple Entente, an alliance among the United Kingdom, France, and Russia, found itself embroiled in a conflict with the Triple Alliance, consisting of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. The Ottoman Empire aligned with Austria-Hungary due to its long-standing enmity with Russia, and later, war-driven countries like the United States and Japan, supporting the alliance powers, even colonized countries like India sent their soldiers to fight in the war as part of Britain's forces. During World War I, militarism was dominant, with nations devoting significant resources to expanding their empires. The British Royal Navy played a significant role in safeguarding their imperial interests. Powerful countries like Britain, France, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Russia, and Italy invested heavily in their militaries, with little regard for public opinion, as monarchs held significant decision-making power. Interestingly, Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, Tsar Nicholas II of Russia, and King George V of Britain were not only heads of state, but also cousins, adding familial dynamics to the political landscape. Common men who were compelled into war due to factors like financial survival for the poor, as enlisting as soldiers offered income. Propaganda emphasized nationalism and glorified war, motivating people to join. The media portrayed soldiers as noble heroes, even when military campaigns were unsuccessful. During the war, soldiers experienced revolts and uprisings due to the refusal to fight. The notable Christmas truce of 1914 saw British and German soldiers briefly unite for Christmas. Despite such instances, officers forced soldiers to continue fighting, leading to immense human suffering and shaping history. And that was how a teenage troublemaker in a series of bizarre alliances turned the world upside down and gave us World War I, the mother of all catfights. History can be strange, and sometimes it's a whole lot more ironic than you give it credit for. Now it's your turn to contribute. Do you think there's any way to avoid World War I? Who would you blame the most for the insufferable event and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more historical mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching and see you soon.